College grads, did you know that you can become a homeowner right after college? So today I have Brad, and Brad, tell us a little bit about you and what you do, and we'll jump into the topic.
Okay, sounds good. I'm Brad Boswell. I'm a mortgage loan officer, have been for over 20 years. I'm with Town Square Mortgage, and we have tons of programs that help college grads, first-time buyers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we're gonna jump into that today. So I have a couple questions for you because I know I saw this on Instagram and I was like, wait, is this really possible? I've never really helped a college student who graduated and then actually bought right afterwards. So out of your 20 years, can you kind of give us a little story? Have you actually had it happen for you?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. As a matter of fact, it could be a college graduate. It can also be a high school graduate. College graduate usually is a little bit easier, and you'll see why. But what we have to have in the mortgage world is a 2-year work history. And the rabbit ears is because work history can also mean education. So if somebody's been in school,
Did y'all hear him? Education. It counts as work history. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure that was clear.
it's big. Yeah, it's
That's
huge.
big.
So we're going to need a transcript or a diploma to document that your work history is your education. And then we're going to want to see that you have a job, because when we make loans to people, we like to get paid back, and we want to make sure you have a job, which means we need an offer letter for the new job. You don't even have to have a first pay stub. You don't even have to start your job. We need an offer letter, and we'll give you a loan based on that.
What? I wish I would have known this out of high school and out of college. So I want to let you guys in on all the secrets. So let's go a little deeper just so they can actually take something that's valuable and they can put into action. So let's just say I'm a college grad and I have my acceptance letter. What's the next step, Brad? Do I just reach out to you and send that to you? Like, how do I know how much of a home I can afford? Like all the things. I'm sure that's what a college grad is thinking.
Yeah, and that's a great question. So a bit old-fashioned on this, okay? Go old school here. Let's talk on the phone first.
Yeah.
I want to just talk to them. I just want to get a feel for what they're trying to do. What's their line of work? How much is there? What income do they have? What do they have for debts? Do they have student loans? Because those are real debts for a lot of people. How's their credit history? And we can check credit, and let's say we pull credit, Keyra, and the credit scores aren't quite where we need them to be. Well, then we're going to tell them what they need to do to get those scores up. And we have ways to do that. We have software that we can actually use to do that. If their credit scores are good right here, right now, well, then they go buy a house whenever they're ready. And then we send them back to you.
Woohoo, come on, come on.
There you go. and then you go show them homes and find ones they fall in love with within their budget.
Yes.
And then they buy their new home.
College guys, if you want more information, make sure that you schedule a strategy session where I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. Now let's jump back into it. And I love the word budget because I think sometimes in this generation, because you said high schoolers and college grads can become a homeowner, but sometimes we have like champagne taste but beer budgets.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I would love to kind of touch base on budgets. Do you feel like a college grad should actually do the max of whatever their loan amount that they're qualified for, or would you say, which way would you go when it comes to budgeting, I guess I could say. I don't know if that's a good question.
No, that's a great question.
I don't know if that was a question. Let me say that.
Let's turn it into a question. How do I feel about budgets and how that works with the buyer? There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
That's
That's a really good question. Okay, so the way that works is twofold. And I'm going to reverse it around to what would I advise to my children? Right? I have adult children. So what would I advise to them as far as how they would do this? Backing up one step, we're going to figure out how much somebody gets approved for, and then they're going to tell me what their monthly budget is.
Yes.
And consistently, the amount we can get them approved for is more than their budget. Okay, that's just how it works because most people don't want to max out.
Correct.
Now, if they come to me and say, you know what, I'm going to max it out, I want the most I can possibly give, it's your money, it's your decision. If I can get the loan approved, then let's do it. Most people don't do that. Most people like to have a little bit of money left over after their paycheck and after their mortgage payment. They like to be able to eat out every once in a while, right?
They want to have a lifestyle. They don't want to be house poor is what I tell people. Like, you want to be mindful of living below your means because that is very ideal. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's exactly right. I think that's the word I was searching for there is you don't want to be house poor.
Yeah.
And you want to buy something that's within your budget, but still a nice home that you're going to be proud of, both emotionally proud of, financially proud of, because home ownership is a great thing for your personal finances.
It really is. It's one of the biggest ways to build wealth, and that's usually stocks and real estate are like what most wealthy people have. So if you start young, you appreciate your asset appreciates and all the things. College guys, if you want more information, make sure that you schedule a strategy session where I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. Now let's jump back into it. All right, once again, I cut you
No,
off.
that's exactly right. Because the majority of homes do appreciate.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee. We know that home values can go up, they can go down, they can, and over the short term, they can certainly go up and down in the short term. But for most people, if they buy a home and own it for a few years, it's probably going to be worth more when they sell it than when they bought it.
Yes.
Very different than a car.
I agree. So, Brad, before we jump off, I want you to give everyone at least one valuable tip that you would say if you were a college grad. If you could go back to graduating from college, what is one tip that you would give yourself or a college grad?
Ooh, that's a really good question. That makes me stop and pause just a moment. My thought would be a couple. First of all, buy real estate as soon as I can. That's my first thing. I waited a bit. I would buy it just as soon as I possibly could.
Same. I was 28.
There you go.
I wish I would have been way younger.
I totally understand. And then the next thing would be to just spend less than I earn. There you go.
That's way easier than said. What is it? Easier said than done. There we
That's
go.
right.
Jesus.
Which is
can I
also
speak
hard to
today?
say. Easier said than done. Yeah.
Exactly. So, well, thank you so much. And I trust that this has brought you value, guys. Until next time.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.